Hello there.
I'm Robert.
And I'm Vanessa.
And we're late to the party.
I love you 3000.
So, much like Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out after Infinity War, we are getting our first look into the post-Avengers Endgame. A spoilery look.
Yeah, so be warned that there are probably going to be things in this movie, or in this trailer, that were spoilers for Endgame. So if you haven't seen Endgame,
We're going to talk about it
Yeah.
as if you had. We know the Russos said today the ban was lifting in being able to talk about it. We assume since the trailer dropped, they're probably synonymous. So let's watch the newest trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home now.
The Spider-Man Far From Home trailer is about to play, but if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, stop watching because there's some serious spoilers about to come up.
Yeah.
But if you have seen Avengers Endgame, enjoy the trailer.
There we go.
Okay, we see it.
Everywhere I go, I see his face.
Right off the bat.
I miss him.
Yeah, I miss him too.
I don't think Tony would have done what he did if he didn't know that you were going to be here after he was gone.
Yeah, look at that.
You gonna be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your job. I'm kidding. Look, keep up the good work. I'm going on vacation.
Heads up, Nick Fury's calling you.
I don't really want to talk to Nick
Answer
Fury.
the phone.
Why?
Because if you don't talk to him, then I have to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. You sent Nick Fury to voicemail?
I gotta go.
You do not ghost Nick Fury.
Oh, no.
We're just talking about the trip.
I'm here in St. Marco Polo.
Oh, I think MJ really likes me. That reminds me when I first fell in love.
You're a very difficult person to contact, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This
Like it or
is
not.
Mr. Beck.
We could have used someone like you on my world.
New world?
Beck is from Earth, just not ours. The snap tore a hole in our dimension.
You're
Oh, snap.
multiverse?
Literally.
We have a job to do, and you're coming with us.
Multiverse.
Where is he lying?
There's gotta be someone else you can use. What about Thor?
Off-world.
Captain Marvel. Unavailable. But I'm just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
I love it. Talking about the other ones because they're obviously around.
What do you want, Peter?
I want to go back on my trip with the girl who I really like and tell her how I feel. MJ, I...
I'm Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah, girl.
You're right, you may not be ready, but this is my responsibility.
Does everybody
Saving
know?
the world requires sacrifice. Sometimes people die.
I just always feel like I'm putting my friends in danger. The world needs the next Iron Man.
No, they need a
Are
Spider-Man.
you going to step up or not?
Oh, I love it.
I gotta get you guys out of here. Get on the jet. Who are you? I work with Spider-Man. You work for Spider-Man? I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man. New plan.
Yay, I'm so happy that Happy has a little bit more
I know.
in this movie.
I know, because yeah, that's one of the things that I kind of miss was the whole Happy Hogan aspect until the ending of Endgame when you get that very heartbreaking scene with Happy,
Right.
And of course mini Tony Stark. But yeah, seeing him a part of this and kind of taking over that place of Tony with Peter and them kind of doing it together because Happy just lost somebody very important to him. Peter just lost someone very important to him. So they get to
It's the
kind of
same
console
person.
each other throughout this adventure, you know?
Yeah, and I'm really excited that they're like, oh, he's human, he's from a world, but he's not from our world, he's from a multiverse. You're like, what? Like, everything is starting to, like, there's little cracks.
Open up.
And it's starting to open up and you
Right.
see that and I'm like super excited because now there's multiple possibilities because it's a multiverse
Right.
and I love it.
But I feel like he's lying, though. Like, just the way Mysterio operates, I feel like he's gonna be a little fibber and make him
Yeah,
think
but
that's what's
I
happening.
think that he is from somewhere else.
It'd be cool.
But
It'd be cool.
other things are different from,
Right.
you know what I mean? So
But I just feel like he pulls the wool over everyone's eyes, and they're going to be like, oh, wait, no, he's just some guy here who's definitely coming up with this facade and fake story, and, you know, he'll go so far as to make the tech and obviously make the elementals to pretty much convince everybody that he's a hero.
I mean, that is very possible,
Right.
but I think that could be another reason why he is from another universe, because he effed up in that one.
Yeah,
and
it's
he's in this one trying to do something good, I guess, and then he'll eventually
It'll go all bad.
different. But I hope that they don't get to that point until later.
Right. Probably. I mean, they'd have to get to it by the end of the movie, because you're going to see Mysterio. You want Mysterio to be Mysterio versus, you know, oh, this is a movie with Mysterio, but he's good the whole
This
time.
ain't your normal MCU Marvel
It's
movie.
true. Yeah, it's true. They go completely different ways with it, which is good. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
At the same time, when it comes to Mysterio, I feel like if you do not know the story of Mysterio, or even know that Mysterio is a villain, and you watch this trailer, like, you have no clue. You're like, oh, damn, we got another hero with him.
Spoilers.
Yeah, so it's definitely something that's cool for those, the uninitiated, versus the rest of us. We're all just waiting and watching for the hints of villainy to kind of seep through his character.
It's just so funny with this trailer, though, that, like, as soon as Endgame ended and they came out with the Sony, it's like, oh, thank God, we can finally put something
I know.
that,
Yeah.
that people will want to see and stuff like that. So it's just
Even though
funny.
I really did enjoy that last trailer Sony did. Yeah,
Right.
they're going all in on the Avengers Endgame
Especially
spoilers.
heavily where they're like, Iron Man. Iron Man's no longer here.
Yeah.
Iron Man's no longer here. I miss him, you know? Like
Seeing
they're-
the murals and
Right.
the pictures, the paintings, and of course the light shining on it. It's definitely beautiful, and it's going to be somber the whole movie.
Yeah.
And like you said, I do like that Peter ended up bringing up Captain Marvel, bringing up Thor.
Right, because you know how, like, after Avengers and then they went spread out to their own movies, you're kind of like, but you can have help with your friends from the Avengers. So it's exciting to see Spider-Man be like, well, what about Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Well, what about Hulk? Like, what about Thor?
Thor?
You
Yeah.
know, like, what about these characters that obviously are in this world too? Like, they can help. He's like, I don't want to do it. Get someone else to do it.
But Spider-Man ends up getting called up to the ranks to defend this world, because even where it's like someone needs to be the next Tony Stark, it's like, no, you just need to be Spider-Man. There was a Tony Stark, there was an Iron Man, and you aren't him. You get to be someone else. You get to be on your own.
Be yourself, but
Yeah.
also carry the legacy of who Iron Man was.
And I think that's what he's going to probably come through here. It's like, you don't need to be another Iron Man. You just need to be another Spider-Man.
And I love that
he is.
And I love that he still has the iron suit, like the Spidey iron suit. So
Insta-kill.
Yeah.
Loved it. So glad he got to use that. The music in the trailer too was really good, because of course Michael Giacchino uses that traditional tag at the end. But I was like listening to it as like he was talking to MJ, and it was like a really cool build up throughout the trailer. So I enjoyed the music. I love that MJ knows, like, no reason to pull it over her eyes too. Like, she's smart. She'll figure it out.
I'm sure there'll be something in the movie that will hint at him being Spider-Man. Like,
Right.
what are the odds that Peter Parker is in...
Right, and Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man at the same time.
Right, like, she's not going to be the Lois Lane, even though Lois Lane did eventually figure it out, and it only
It's
took her
kinda
to
like-
the second movie.
If he was like, I don't want to say I'm Spider-Man, but you've never seen Peter Parker and Spider-Man in the same room together.
Touche. Pointing at each other.
Yeah.
But either way, obviously we're all really looking forward to seeing more from Spider-Man
Far From Home. So thank you so much for watching our reaction to the new trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home.
What did you guys think? Of course, let us know down in the comments below. You guys can also like and subscribe.
And do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking, Jinjoy and Tino, where they are, kicking the party, fuel the party, keep the party going on our Patreon, gets us where we need to go, also gets you full episode-length reactions to Game of Thrones, Cobra Kai. Soon enough, it's going to be Stranger Things. And our newest episode reaction to Game of Thrones and Cobra Kai is coming in the next day or so. So this kind of took precedence over that. So thank you guys so much, and as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
this party is over. Bye.